Good
I can't believe
morning,
it.
good
Good morning, good
afternoon,
afternoon. What else?
good
Good evening.
evening,
Yeah, good
wherever
evening.
you are in the globe. I hope you're having a great day,
It's one of those.
everybody.
One of those three.
Yes. And I have a guest.
I can't believe it. I keep coming back. It's crazy.
Keep coming
Yeah.
back to me. Right.
Oh, I love it.
So
Of course.
we are here, and I pulled him
You pulled
here
me in.
because it's the new 90 days. I call it 90 days think and grow rich challenge.
There you
So
go.
it's
Awesome.
90 days think and grow
That was
rich
a tongue
challenge.
twister.
And the day one I started yesterday, and today is it's 10
Today
o'clock.
is
I said 10 o'clock is
Right.
about right. And so yesterday we talked about I introduced the new 90 days go live challenge, and we talked about
The basic overview of the book, right?
we will be sharing lessons and practical takeaways that you can apply to your personal growth, career, business leadership, and goal setting journey. And we talked about that. What we will discuss here is where's the book? Where's
the book, the real book.
the
So there's a
Think-
real hard book. See that? This paper there, the book.
Think and Grow Rich.
This edition's from 1950. It's a really long time ago, but the book was written. Anyways, the book in 1937. So
And
is
this
that a segue?
that is his book.
Looks like a segue.
So I pulled him over.
This is
because
the
that's his book.
original, right? So they're really hard to find with the dust covers. So that's the first pressing. They're kind of expensive. They're kind of valuable, I guess. I got it a really long time ago, so it wasn't valuable.
Yeah. So
But,
yesterday
valuable.
we left it at
So what did we leave it as?
we left it as why Think and Grow Rich still matters
Still
today,
relevant, right?
nearly century after it was written. So I see that the book was written in 1937.
Yeah, it's crazy,
So-
right? Depression, you know?
So it's 1937. Why are millions of people, including me, still reading it today? What do you think?
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Well, it just has so I guess that you're looking at 1937. And it's like, what is it coming up on 100 years or excuse me? I think it's
century.
90 plus. And we've got technology now, so who reads books, right? They can just go
Audio.
out over the internet or audio.
Me,
So
audiobook.
they're digestible in different technologies, right? Different formats. Books have even changed. But no, I think as we know, technology's evolved, obviously, and then you're looking at opportunities of change. Our jobs have changed since 1937. So we're I think a lot of more people are what do you call it, like administrative work, right? It wasn't a lot of jobs back then. I think for that would be one thing, and then opportunities are different and stuff. Totally right, like what we're talking about. So the constant in all that is like ourselves, right? Human nature. What drives our own selves? Okay?
We're still us.
We're still us. They actually call it the lizard brain. So if you want to go into the whole background of everything, it's really crazy stuff. So we have different types of brains. The evolved one and the ones that like the caveman one, right? You're hungry, you got to get some food, right? So that's the lizard brain. So human nature's evolved since then, and I think it's a lot of the same concepts that in the book are very applicable even today, and people are still reading it. So these principles typically would be mindset, persistence, right? Your own beliefs, but then you doubt things and you procrastinate, right? So those are things that are really important to think about, right? And I am all the above, right? So
And the concepts in the book
yeah.
are still very, very much relevant as of today.
Yeah, because they're not like what do you call it? It's like self-help books. They're not like technology oriented. So
Yeah.
it's basically about bettering yourself. That's why they call it self-help, right?
It's like a generic thing.
Yeah.
Whether the technology upgrades,
Yeah.
it
Your
stays-
mind is still the same. Okay.
stays.
So the technology is upgrading, but when you're born, you're not upgraded, right? I mean, that's really what it is, and they're trying to do that now, but I don't know. It's like a scene in Total Recall where he is on vacation, right? He has an imprint on vacation. And it's like, but then he doesn't need the imprint. It's messing up with the fact that his fake memory was on vacation, but he really never was. So it's kind of, you go back and look at Total Recall, you understand what I'm saying. So it's really the mindset, and it's in your mind. So the fundamentals are still the same, but the tools, the way we look at things change, right? So that's kind of how that works. But there's still a lot of business people use it. Success people, it's a success book, right? So it's more like getting your mindset and stuff. There's a group of these books that are famous. Dale Carnegie has one, right?
Yeah.
That's famous. I have that actually. I have one of those, and then haven't finished it, by the way. And then also this, what's the other one? There's a bunch of them. I'll remember them later. But Think and Grow Rich is kind of, because it has the word rich in it, so it kind of like draws people in, I think. So anyway, without getting too much of the history of the book, but so what else? What do you think?
One popular one too that's similar to changing your mindset or inspiring you, motivating you to change your mindset is the How to Win Friends and
the Influence People.
Influence
That's the
Dale Carnegie.
One, The one I was thinking about was the Covey one, right? Yeah, people recognize that one too. The Habits book, right?
Yeah. Habits of Influential People. Is that 10 Habits?
Maybe you guys can help and put in the chat. The Habit one. Everyone knows that Franklin Covey. Yeah, so probably made a fortune off of that.
So like what you're saying, the tools may change. The tools, the technology or the system may change, but the fundamentals remain the same.
They do, right? Yeah. And I don't know if it's on the list, like the books. I don't know if Think and Grow Rich is still on there, but a lot of people do read it and stuff like that and understand. So we're gonna travel through there.
Yeah. So with all that, can you give me some real life examples?
Yeah. So I think I touched on a few of them earlier. So I'm building a business, right? So getting that business mindset, which isn't, if you're a worker bee, right? You probably don't have the business mindset as much. So building your own business, and then also thinking about your career. I mean, a lot of us at work and stuff, we're so busy working, we don't think about what we need to better ourselves, right? And so this book covers a lot of those things. And then, I would think, you're picking up a skill. Maybe a bunch of us want to learn, AI skills, right? That's a big thing right now. So, trying to get into those skills and taking those first steps, right? That's huge. I know I need to do that. So
me too.
And then, also it's those concepts in your head, right? It's really in your head, trying to force your brain to react and to do things, your own will, right? Willpower is really important. So, those focus and the consistency, right? Just remember, that's old phrase, if you just show up, right? That's half the battle. I don't know if you guys have heard that one. But it's really true though, right? Just trying to it's like a job interview.
Showing up like this, we are showing up.
Exactly right. Totally. And then also, I was really determined, right? You remember, to come here tonight and be your guest, right? I was like, I'm going to be your guest.
I was about to start.
You're going to write me off.
I was about to start alone, but then he said, I'm going to join you 90 days. And then he said, I'm going to join because that's my book.
It's so funny. So, so you may see more of me. Okay. So sorry about that.
Yeah. He's the bookworm. I am the audiobook person and I'm a visual person. He's the one that reads books page by page, chapter by chapter. But for me, I just listen while I'm lying down like that, resting.
And it's great, right? We have so many different resources. You could look at it on the computer on a web page. You could, watch a YouTube. You could read a book. You could listen to a book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. Did I miss anything? I mean, blind people, I have Braille, so they could feel the book, right? So there's different ways to digest media. We call media, right? So different ways to digest media today. Totally different ways, right? So I think that's a huge win. And but the facts remain. You got to open that first page, or you got to push that button, or you got to digest that web page. All of those things are basic, right? Human nature goes back to that. So I think that would be the example. Yeah. I think I elaborate too much. But,
so that's like so many things to digest, right?
Yeah.
But we are doing this every day, little at a
Yeah.
time, to the 90 days,
Yeah,
so
bite-sized,
that
yeah.
it will not be so overwhelming with our audience. So we
The
are
book is overwhelming.
cutting it little by little. And so what can you challenge? What is your challenge to our audience?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like what area of your life really is is out there right now that what that is, right? And we all know what our inner thing is, right? Like, what is it about that you need to improve on, right? Is it interpersonal relationships? Is it a skill? Some people it's finance, right? I think I'll use extra dollars, right? So what is it that you could apply the discipline to, right? And the focus and I think determination, all those things, right? So that would be the challenge, and how to stay more focused, right? Focus is a huge problem today.
My problem.
Focus is a gigantic problem.
Yeah.
When I grew up, there was not enough information. Okay, I mean, I read the dictionary. I was trying to figure out words. How many people read the dictionary? Well, me. So, I just needed to understand words, and so I read the dictionary. But now it's like we have so much information everywhere; it's too much, right? And so
Easy
now,
access, though.
and that, but has it made any better though? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Now it's like you're trying to filter through all these things just to get to something that you want to digest, and it's a
Yeah.
whole big effort to filter through those things, right?
Mhm.
To get to something that you want to understand. So I think that it's like going to a library and then you like not knowing what book you want, and there's a huge library full of
Yeah,
books,
all the books are
and then you
there.
get lost into trying to find the books. That's like me on like Instagram or on YouTube. You're flying through things, but you're not getting to the real crux of it. Okay, so yeah, I think that's I'm a Gen X, right? So it's like we're pre-internet, so I'm just so used to not having information, so and fighting for it, right? So I think that's the biggest thing is what would you improve on something in your life that's out there that the most. Yeah,
That's good. So I
that
hope
covers it.
we got your attention and the interest on learning more about this book, The Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we will learn about the man behind the book, which is Napoleon Hill
Yeah,
himself.
I'll give a teaser. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna discuss yet, but he had a bunch of very influential people listen to him, right? And he listened. I'm sorry, he listened to those influential people. So he interviewed them. I had it backwards. Sorry.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so I don't know how he got access to those people. I don't remember, but
I
he got
think he had a
access. He got
mentor.
access, probably. Yeah,
He had a
I don't know
mentor.
who that was. So it'd be interesting to find out. But he got access to a bunch of very influential people in that time, and out come the book, because when you start doing something repetitively, you start to see patterns, right? And that's just the way life is. And so that's the teaser. So that's all I'll say. Yeah,
It's interesting. Yeah. I think it's the opportunity that was given to him too.
yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
only
Oh yeah, of
his
course.
persistence, but also
Yeah.
the opportunity that was presented to him. So
Well,
anyway, yeah. So
life's about timing too.
Yeah.
It's but you manifest things too, right? And you are in that state of mind, and then things open up for you, right? And then
and his
you know,
persistence.
it's persistence, but for us it's kind of timing, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah,
For
that's
us,
very, very
it's
important. The focus, consistency, determination, persistence. That's everything. Napoleon Hill had that, and he wrote all those things, the experiences, and what he found out in a book, which up to now, almost a century after, it's still very, very much useful to everyone, especially businessmen or those people who are entrepreneurs or into business and whatnots, right?
Yeah,
So
it's one of the. I think it's like business bookshelf or something. This is a few, like called Influence is another one, and then Emotional
Yeah.
Intelligence is a great one. So
self-help.
these are all
Self-help.
these are all the betterment of who you are. Yeah. So anyway, so that covers it. The teaser.
Yeah. So tomorrow
Thanks,
again,
everybody.
are you gonna be here tomorrow?
I plan on being here.
Okay. He said so. So that's our 2 cents for
It's my
tonight.
persistence. I'm
Thank you
calling it
very
right
much.
now.
Again, tomorrow around this time, 10,
Same
10
bad
p.m.
time.
10 p.m. Same 10 p.m.
I'm
So
with her.
we thank all those our viewers right now,
Thank you for joining.
and our viewers later on who's gonna watch our replay. We really, really, really appreciate all of you. And God bless everybody. Tomorrow
Take care.
again. Bye.